why the collective delusion that white Americans have been living under is now starting to butt up against actual reality, and we are watching their entire collective identity nosedive and fracture and just like fragment like a fucking fractal, and it's shooting off all of these colorful ass rainbows, all of this fucking chaos. And I gotta say, I'm really enjoying the show. I mean, it's truly like the greatest show on earth because you think about it, right? Like, okay, for instance, since the days of chattel slavery, what have white men always said? Black men are the ones who are sexual deviants. Black men are the ones who fantasize about raping women and children. Black men are the ones we have to protect the women and children from. That is the collective delusion that white people have been operating under. And so they've been treating black men this entire time as if black men are the ones to be scared of. Now, don't get me wrong. I would never defend men in general in public, like capital M man. I would never defend the man in public. But the facts are that this entire time, it's been white men, the most conservative, the most upstanding citizens of white men who have been the biggest sexual deviants. We are seeing this now. Not only are they sexual deviants, they are like apex predators of sexuality.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach 100% truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, to the 144,000. This is your brother Ra'aya from GMS Detroit, back with another one. And yeah, she said some real interesting things there about Esau Edom, the so-called YT man, the white man, right? And he is being revealed in his time, right? And this is what the scriptures said. Like they said that he will be revealed, the man of sin, right? Perfect. So this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3, right? So it says, matter of fact, let me move this over some. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, meaning the end, except there come a falling away first, right? And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Now, this word perdition it means destruction, damnation. Look, it says a state of eternal punishment and damnation into which a sinful and unpenitent person passes after death. It says the man of damnation, the man of doom, the man of ruin, condemnation. But truly, this word means, matter of fact, let me go to the blue letter. Yes. Chapter 2. Oh, Salakia, y'all. Chapter 2 and 3, Salakia. Perdition. Destruction. Right, this is the word for perdition. Where is it at?
Strong's G 684. Apoleia. Apoleia.
Apoleia. Right. The Greek word for perdition is apoleia, and it means utter destroying, the man of destroying, the man of utter destruction. Now think about this. Who has destroyed the world, the earth? Right? Who has polluted the earth, has polluted the water, the soil, the people, the air, you know what I mean? Your food, animals, insects, even to the microbial level. Like this, this man has done great destruction on this world, right? It says destruction, right? Of money, the man of money. I mean, honestly, who's on the face of the money then, if that was the case, if we wanted to use this one. But it says the destruction which consists of eternal misery and hell. Now, the ultimate thing is this destruction, right? So let's go back to 2 Thessalonians. Let me see how much time I got left, y'all. All right. It says, let me reread it. This 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, right? And this is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's the only one who has set himself up like the Most High on this earth. He actually painted the images of the Most High as if it was him, as if he was a so-called leopard white man, right? Because these people have full-blown leprosy, right? They're leopard. They have a lack of pigmentation. Let me see. Where was I going to? Slovakia. Let me go back to the video. Now, this is what she was saying. I'm more than likely gonna have to do this video in parts, y'all. So
to the point where they're running whole global international fucking organizations for this shit. Not black men. Black men ain't really caught up in that shit.
oh, that's what she was saying, right? Let me go back some.
Most conservative, the most upstanding citizens of white men who have been the biggest sexual deviants. We are seeing this now.
Yeah, with the Epstein files and all of that that's coming out, we're coming to find out like he was trying to blame Jake as being this just predatorial person and all that, right? And we get those type of looks everywhere we go, especially when we in the workplace dealing with these Edomites and shit. They looking at us like even with the women, like I be getting that vibe, like they be thinking some. I'm like, man, come on with that bullshit. Although there's a lot of their women that love Jake or that desire Jake, as I should say, right? But it's the ones that like the Karens, man, you better watch out for them. Like you can feel that they like trying to come up with something. You know what I mean? And that's because of their men. Their men came up with this rhetoric to teach their families that Jake is the predatorial one. But in fact, come to find out, it's them this whole time, right? Let me see how much time we got. Right? It's them.
Not only are they sexual deviants, they are like apex predators of sexuality to the point where they're running whole global international.
And look, he's getting revealed. The whole world is seeing that the so-called white man is being revealed in this time. They like this man. Look, he making agreements. He breaking them. This is why Iran can't even deal with these people. They're like, man, we ain't making no meetings with you. Like every time we try to make a meeting with you, you always break it. Like every time we try to make a deal with you, shall I say, you always break the deal. There's no reason for us to come and talk to you about anything because we know later on you're gonna come and you're gonna break the deal. So this is Psalms chapter 55 and 20. It says, He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant, because every time Esau Edom makes a covenant or a treaty or a contract with somebody, he breaks it. He be cool with he be cool with people he breaking agreements with. Like, how can somebody trust you after this, right? Verse 21, Salakia. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, because Esau, he would tell you some smooth things with a knife behind his back, right? Figuratively speaking. And he might actually have a knife behind his back because he ruled by the sword, right? His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, right? So he'll tell you some smooth shit, but in the back of his mind, he thinking on how to throw you in the ditch, like how that Sirach chapter 12 and on down, 10 and on down says, right? So look, I'm gonna do this in parts, right? This is part 1. I'm going to move on to part 2, y'all. Shalom.